Hi everyone, it's Jen. Do you ever think about your path in life and the path God wants you to be on? This recently came up in our house because our son tried out for a lacrosse team, a club team, and he didn't make it. And he was maybe the most upset I've ever seen him as an older child, really dealing with the disappointment of it, of not making that team. And we as parents, there's just disappointment's part of life, and it happens. I think it happens less these days than it did for lots of us growing up. But he was so sad to not make his team with his friends, and to not be playing lacrosse every day. And there's just a whole list of things that he really wanted to be on this team. And we started thinking about, how can we help him here? How do we explain to him that God has a plan for him, that maybe this just wasn't meant to be? And it forced us to kind of look at our own paths. So as we're explaining to him, all these different choices in your life and all these different things that happen, there's a reason for them. We went back to our own stories where I was in my 20s and looking for a job, and I had applied for 2 jobs at the same time that I was fairly interested in both of them. One was at Mass General and one was at UMass Boston. And the one at Mass General was a better deal. But I was happy to hopefully get one of them. And I received a call from UMass Boston offering me the job. And I thought, well, this is great. Absolutely, I accept the job. And the very next day, I got a call from Mass General offering me the job. And I had to turn it down because I had already accepted the other job. And now I was beating myself up for this. I should have taken 24 hours. I should have gotten back to them. Why was I so young and stupid? And I said yes right away. And, similarly, around the same time, my now husband had also been pushed in the direction of going to UMass. And when we explained this to our son, we said, if this didn't happen in my life and this didn't happen in Dad's life, we may not have met each other. And, we were supposed to meet each other. So that's why this happened. And, there's a team out there for you, and maybe you're supposed to meet some new friends instead of the friends you already have, and make new experiences. And there's a reason for this. So kind of moving on, Vincent wanted to try out for another team, and he made it, and he was so excited. And I think he came away from that feeling like, I didn't fail here. This was God's plan for me, and this is where I'm supposed to be. And it might only be sports, but it really translates to everything. I think that we as adults you can kind of look back at your own path, and you can see where you made decisions that maybe you questioned, maybe, you felt were not the right thing for you, or things that have happened to you that felt like, why would that happen? And why did that happen to me? And I think we can all look back as adults and just see that it is, whatever has happened in our lives it's where we're meant to be. It's where we've been led to. And that path is still evolving, right? It's, even as adults, I think we try to control things and do certain things that we think are the right thing for us. And God has a plan. He has an ultimate plan. And I think you just have to keep an open heart and an open mind, and be okay with your master plan being turned upside down, because God has a better one. So as we go into the fall, which I love having this message at the end of the summer, because I feel so grateful for, having the time over the summer with my kids, and as a mom, just ready to get them back to school also. But the change of seasons is so nice, and you feel refreshed and going into a new season with, probably more demanding work and more demanding schedules. And I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your summer and soak up any sunshine that's left. And I will see you around Holy Family. Thanks, everybody.